Well, it is day 2 of Beckham's family feud and the world can just not get enough. They're continuing to react following eldest son Brookyln's powerful and lengthy, very lengthy social media statement.
We have plenty of opinions, but it doesn't matter right now. Here's our entertainment editor, Peter Ford. Pete, a lot of headlines circulating this morning all over the place.
Yeah, well, we knew this had happened. I mean, this is a story that's got legs. I think yesterday was still somewhat in a state of shock with it all. Now we've begun to dissect it and analyse it. Let's open with a positive. This is less than 18 months ago. This is Victoria on her social media, in which she very, very clearly is singing the praises of Nicola. So you can see that there. You couldn't get nicer, more generous praise than that. So you look at that and you think, what does that mean? Does that mean this is proof that Brookyln is lying, he's a spoilt brat trying to bring down his parents? Or is it in fact actually highlighting exactly what Brookyln is saying? That this is all about show, this is all about image, this is all about the brand Beckham. And this is what I think it's now all about. So I guess whenever there they are, they're even frolicking in the sand together. You don't get more cosy than that, do you? So let's look at these two key things that have sort of jumped out and everybody has differing opinions of. What was it the late Queen Elizabeth said? Recollections may vary, right? So the wedding dress. Now, the wedding dress is an interesting one. He said that suddenly at the 11th hour, that's what the words he used, that suddenly Victoria said, I'm not going to make the dress. What do you both think 11th hour means? What in wedding terms?
Yeah, the hour immediately before the 12th.
The last minute is what...
What would you say, a month? I would have thought maybe a month. You know,
let's go for a month. Yeah.
Whether it's a month or whether it's 6 months...
Doesn't matter, because wedding dresses are planned for a long time, right?
Exactly, and this is the whole point, because Vogue magazine, who were the official magazine for the wedding, have given great detail about the fact it was 12 months in the making, and in fact one of the stylists who's worked on it has confirmed that indeed it was a Valentino dress. She went for several fittings in different parts of the world. So others will say, well, hang on, don't forget there was more than one dress involved on the night. Yeah. So, but the wedding dress, I guess, is the key there, and presumably that is what Victoria was at some point or other going to make. Now, the other one that people are talking about that is also open to interpretation is the dance. What happened on that dance floor? Now, there were no cameras at the wedding. Even these very famous rich people were told, hand over your cameras, we'll give them back when you leave. So there is no vision. There are some official pictures. They certainly don't back up what Brookyln is saying. But according to reports today, various guests who were there and people who worked on the night are saying it wasn't the first dance. The first dance did go to plan, but then later in the night, there was a dance on the dance floor between Victoria and Brookyln, and she muzzled into his neck. And some people found that to be a rather peculiar thing to do. So I guess if they wanted to prove or disprove what they're saying, certainly Brookyln does have that vision, and he could use that and show that if suddenly he feels like he's under attack and being called a liar.
Kylie? Oh, do you know, can I just say this? Yes. After nearly 19 years of working with you, I know when you go, I know you got more to say. Like, there's something...
I think the world is having more than enough to say. Apparently, David's alleged ex-lover, that's the alleged bit, that person has weighed in.
Was she at the wedding?
Yeah. No, she
waiting
wasn't.
for this debate.
Yeah, Rebecca Loos is her name, and she was the assistant who allegedly became the mistress. Now, interestingly, she's made quite a profile for herself through the years, going on reality TV shows and things, and obviously people wanted to get a reaction to this. Now, interestingly, he's denied the affair, and although he's never sued her, even though she's repeatedly told the story and made the claims. So she did respond to people who contacted her, and she's praising Brookyln, saying, so good he's standing up for himself, and also saying to another person who contacted her, the truth always comes out. So, look, there are many differing opinions. It's dominating the tabloid newspapers in England, as you can imagine, radio shows, TV shows. Not everyone's agreeing. Some people are saying, finally now, the Beckhams may not be untouchable. A lot of people in the media, including Piers Morgan, have felt there's some kind of unwritten rule that you're never allowed to criticise the Beckhams. This is Janet Street Porter on the Loos Women program, and you can see that she's certainly not on Team Beckham.
What? would say is behind it all, one senses a young man who just wants to be his own person and lead his own life. Now, at the start of the show, you said David Beckham was at the Davos, the World Economic Forum. Well, what does that tell
there
you?
He is there. This is from this morning.
So David Beckham and Victoria are all about a brand, and that brand has got to be untainted, and that's how they run their life. I sometimes wish for a day when we weren't on Planet Beckham, because we've had Beckham in the chickens, Beckham in the honey, Beckham in the Wellingtons, Beckham in the countryside, and now Beckham with the top world economists doing a podcast.
See, as you can see there, David, or Sir David, let's not forget that, is being criticised for just keeping a gig that he promised he'd do at the World Economic Forum. So very many differing opinions and a way to go on that.
But the Beckhams were punching bags they were a laughing stock for the world for many, many years.
For many years,
the fact of saying they're untouchable, I don't think is... I think people have taken swings at them
a long time.
for their whole life. OK, we'll wait and see what happens. We're going to bring you some of the memes as well that have been scattered right across the world.
That's a bit nasty. It's a very serious situation. We're going to laugh at that. We're not going to laugh.
We're not laughing, but this is just how the world is reacting.